Tell us what it's been like dealing with people outside of UFC and other organizations.
Legacy. Everybody's like, I started my career in the UFC, and everybody's like, bro, you don't understand when you get outside the UFC, things are different. I'm like, how could they be different? A contract's a contract, money's money. It's pretty black and white. Well, I signed a contract with Legacy. We had an agreement. I would fight 3 fights, 9 months, 10 and 10, 12 and 12, 14 and 14. Well, the first fight was supposed to be in May. They said I couldn't get a fight in May or they couldn't find an opponent. But I kept hassling them about it. They said they could get me an opponent for half the price, 5 and 5. I said that wasn't part of the contract, and I refused to fight for 5 and 5. So after that, we had a couple disagreements. So I started talking to Bellator. Bellator bought me out, and now I should be fighting in the welterweight tournament in September. That's what I'm scheduled for. But if anything opens up, I'm always ready to go. So Bellator has to approve. It's like, you hear Paul Daly bitching about it. You hear other fighters bitching about it. You sign a contract, you read it. As long as they uphold their end of the contract and pay me what they're supposed to pay me, I'm more than happy to uphold my end of the contract. In the contract, they say I'm allowed to fight other places, but they have to approve the opponent and all that, and they can't put me on posters and billboards and promote me for their organization because Bellator, I'm a Bellator fighter. So that's what it is. And guys like Paul Daly and other fighters are complaining that they won't let me fight this guy, they won't let me fight here and this, that, and it's because they're worried that you might lose, or there's a possibility maybe you're fighting a turd, but what if you lose and you're under contract? It makes them look bad. They just want to fire you anyway. They don't want losers, they want people winning. So I see no problem with that. Hopefully they say yes, you can fight this guy. If they don't, no biggie. They're going to pay me enough when I fight in September. And unlike Paul Daly, I didn't get into a bar fight, so I'm actually allowed in the United States and other countries. So it doesn't matter. I'm allowed to do whatever I want.
So what are your thoughts on the tournament format? And of course, you love to fight. So.
I love it. The tournament format, I hate to say it was tailor made for a guy like me. The way I fight, I really don't get too injured. I usually get injured more training for a fight. So if I fight every 4 weeks, I can only train so much. I'm going to be at the place for at least a week of the fight. So I'm only going to be able to train 3 weeks in between each fight, and I'm going to be recovering off another fight. So, honestly, won't overtrain, so that's good for me, and I'm always in good shape. So, the kids keep me humble, they keep me grounded, and I think it's awesome. I think I'm going to run through this tournament happily and then go after Askren if he still has the belt by then.
I was just going to ask you that. How do you feel you match up with everybody in the Bellator ranks?
I match up good. I think anybody that can outstrike me, I can out-wrestle and out-position and technique and possibly submit. And I think anybody that can out-wrestle me, like Ben Askren, I think I can knock out. So, I know Askren's done a lot of training, and I know a lot of people he's trained with in and out of gyms throughout the country. And the one thing I've always heard from everybody is oh, great wrestling, decent jits, blah, blah, blah. Has no chin. You can always knock out. It's just, unfortunately, nobody's caught him in a fight yet. He's been caught in the gym. I know that for a fact. So it's just a matter of time, and I think this might be my time. So run through the tournament, knock him out, get the belt, go to the MTV Movie Awards. That'd be pretty badass. Hang out with Rampage. He just signed. So, yeah.